talk about today. We want to talk about get into a token early and make a decent gain. Now, in this case, we are not looking at in this particular video. We're not looking at a token that has that makes you 100x, 200x. But we are looking at tokens that somebody that puts a reasonable amount of money, let's say $1,000, $2,000, just want to make like 20%, 30%, and you're okay. But you don't want to lose your total fund. That even if you're going to lose part of your fund, you're going to lose a little part and you'll be able to swap the rest. For instance, if I put in $1,000 into a token, if the token becomes so worthless that the market cap dip almost down, then it can actually mean that my want into it. Now, you want a scenario whereby if you put $1,000 into something, even if it goes a little bit down, maybe it actually go maximum of half of what you put in, that you are able to pull out 500. And also the upside is that it can give you as high as double the amount you put in. How will you spot tokens like that? Most especially on Solana now. We want to start with Solana. So if we're looking at the token on Solana, so what are we going to do? The first thing we do is to come here. Now, the basic information that anybody needs to know is that when you're actually looking at any token that you want to buy, please buy tokens that the liquidity is locked. You will see the padlock sign, which will show again, that has to be locked. Now, we advise that you look at tokens that actually have that their age is more than 40 hours. Remember, your priority in this case is the security of your money. It's not really to really make profit 10x, 20x. You just want to protect the one that you are actually bringing in. You don't want to lose it. Then from there, make profit. Okay? Now, when you go to a token that is already 24 hours or more than 48 hours, what it does is that it helps you to shift down every tokens and actually make tokens that are good. For instance, this trust is already 9 days, so it's more than this. Now you can see that it's gaining momentum again within 24 hours. These are informations that you need to know. That okay, what is happening to that token in this within 24 hours? Now trust has gained over 31% in 24 hours. That means if somebody gets $300 in profit, that is just what it means. Now, what is the importance of this information? Remember, number one, the token is 9 days. It's not 2 days. It's not 1 day. It's not 3 days. Now, a whole 9 days, it means that it has withstood the test and the pressure of sales. It has actually been taken over and is able to sustain itself. Number one. Number two, if you look at the FDV, the market cap that I actually, of the token that I chose a token that has a decent market cap. Of course, everybody will tell you to choose a token with low market cap. I've learned something from Nobuayon side. Most of the time, the tokens that actually secure your money, give you decent profit for those who put reasonable amount of money into token, are not tokens with a very low market cap, are tokens with a reasonable, a decent market cap, but has this possibility for upside. Now, why did I know that this token have still possibility? The market cap is still 23 million. There are tokens here that if we go back now, that we will see that has actually moved all the way to over 200 million market cap. So it means that this can still go from this 23 million to 200. That means it can still to do up to 10x from this point. Now, I'm just showing you what we are seeing in general, not that is your target. I'm only saying what is possible. Now, when we come to this type of token now, that is actually gaining momentum, so what we want to look at is now the chart and see where we can actually enter the market when there is a dip and expect it to be upside. Remember, you are not targeting 100%, you are not targeting even 400%, you are not targeting 400%, 200%, you are not even targeting 100%, you are targeting maybe 30%, 40%, and you are okay. Now, then the next thing you want to check is the liquidity. In this case, this particular token liquidity is not actually locked. I will advise you to go for tokens that have liquidity locked because a lot of things can actually happen. The token, the person that owns the token might actually pull the liquidity and the token would go down. But I don't think I don't expect that of this token, but nothing is impossible in the crypto market. The reason why I say I don't expect that is that this token is 9 days. If the person wants to pull out the liquidity, the person would have pulled out the liquidity before the whole 9 days. This token has actually gone as high as, okay, this is 15 minutes. This is actually the new high that the token just have currently. Let's see if we check it here. If the token has reached this value before, that is just returning back to that point. For me, the network is loading. I just want to know if to the 23 million is the all-time high, around 24 million was the new all-time. Okay, you see now. My point is that on the daily time frame, the token at some point has gone all the way to around 22 million. You see here, that was on the 12th. If the person wants to pull out the liquidity, I think the person should have pulled out the liquidity here. But the liquidity is not pulled out, the token is still rising up. Now, it means that this token still has a high tendency to ride up. Of course, you can wait for pullback before you now enter the market. That is a little deep, maybe coming back to 20 million market cap or coming to, it is going to go down. It's guaranteed, it gives you a higher security, sense of security, that you can still pull out a decent amount of money before the token become something else in your hand. And what I mean in that sense is that in this, it is a little bit difficult, except liquidity is full for this token. For this token to just from this 23 million to just go even to 10 million. It's not that, it's something that you will see that is happening. You would have been able to pull out. But think about it. What if the token you bought with $1,000 or $5,000 was a token that is a $350,000 market cap token? With a little pressure here and there before you enter you start selling your own, the $350,000 can go all the way to $90,000, which would have reduced your investment by 75%. But if this from 23 million or 24 million want to go down to 12 million, you would have known. It's not something that will happen in 2 minutes, in 3 minutes. It's something that you would have been able to pull out your remaining money and be able to actually wait for another token. So this is a wisdom that many people don't emphasize on, because it doesn't make it look very juicy, because it does not do 100x, it's not 30x, it's not 50x, but it secures your money in the crypto space. I hope that is clear. But remember, I talked about the first thing is to look at how long the token has actually been created. You want to look at what is happening within the time that you want to buy. Is there really buying pressure in that token? Then after that, you want to check the liquidity, that if the liquidity is locked. Then the last part that I didn't mention before that you can also check, which is also good, is to actually check if they have a community, maybe on X or on Telegram, that is active. Then from there, you can actually and chill into the token and know that there is high possibility for upside for you. And the downside is that if you're going to lose, you're going to just lose fragments of your money and not the whole large sum of your money. I'm Oluwatosin. I'll see you again in my next video.